SkyWest Charter Airlines. Professional website. FAA licensed operation. 20 aircraft fleet. Corporate jets. Regional planes. Advertised private charters. Business travel. Luxury service. Celebrity endorsements. 5-star reviews. Everything appeared completely legitimate. Professional pilots, trained flight attendants, maintained aircraft, safe record, no incidents. Perfect aviation company. But SkyWest wasn't legitimate airline, was cartel operation. Purchased 5 years ago through shell corporations. FAA license obtained through fraudulent documentation. 20 aircraft modified with hidden compartments, fuel tanks hollowed, cargo holds altered, seat frameworks concealing drugs, overhead bins hiding contraband. Every plane was flying drug smuggler. Sophisticated, professional, invisible. Some flights were genuine charters, legitimate passengers, corporate travelers, wealthy clients, real aviation service. These flights provided cover, credibility, revenue, perfect camouflage. Other flights were pure smuggling, no passengers, just cargo, drugs, weapons, money. Flying between Mexico, Colombia, United States. International drug trafficking using legitimate aviation infrastructure. The passengers on legitimate flights never knew. They chartered private jet, flew in comfort, never suspected same aircraft smuggled 500 kilograms cocaine previous trip. Hidden compartments beneath their seats, in fuel systems they relied on. Throughout plane, they trusted. Passengers were unknowing accomplices, flying in drug smuggling vehicles, trusting criminal organization with their lives. The pilots mostly didn't know. 60 pilots employed. Most were legitimate aviation professionals, recruited normally, flew passenger charters, corporate trips, legitimate operations. Only 15 pilots were cartel members, knowing participants. They flew smuggling missions, loaded planes, made illegal runs. Others flew passengers, innocent, professional, exploited. The FBI had been investigating for 14 months, tracking suspicious flight patterns, following customs anomalies, building impossible case. Licensed airline smuggling drugs? FAA-approved operation trafficking narcotics while carrying legitimate passengers? Evidence accumulated slowly, carefully, documented thoroughly. The impossible was real. Airline was cartel front. Passengers were endangered. Pilots were exploited. 20 planes smuggling 40 tons. Legitimate passengers flying in drug aircraft. Comment if you think charter airline executives deserve death penalty. Investigation began with customs anomaly. Same aircraft repeatedly entering from Colombia, Mexico. Always private charters. Documentation showed business trips, executive travel, legitimate purposes, but frequency was suspicious. Same planes, same routes, weekly trips. Customs couldn't search without cause. Private charters had protections, but pattern was concerning. Financial investigation revealed ownership. SkyWest Charter Airlines traced to shell corporations. Money trail led to cartel members. Company wasn't legitimate business, infiltrated by criminals. Was criminal enterprise from beginning. Purchase, licensing, fleet acquisition, all funded by drug trafficking. Aviation business was money laundering operation. Smuggling infrastructure. Perfect cartel investment. Intelligence from DEA surveillance connected dots. Drug distribution increased when certain SkyWest flights landed. Specific aircraft, specific cities, always followed by street-level sales surge. Cocaine, methamphetamine, High purity, wholesale quantities. Source was aerial. Timing matched flights. Evidence accumulated. SkyWest wasn't just suspicious, was confirmed smuggling operation. Special Agent Jennifer Martinez coordinated investigation. FBI Aviation Crime Division. 18 years investigating aircraft-based trafficking. She'd seen small planes, helicopters, drones, but entire charter airline? This is evolution, Martinez told her team. Cartels learned legitimate aviation has access, protection, credibility. Nobody suspects FAA-licensed operation. Passengers trust brand. Pilots think it's real company. Perfect cover for massive smuggling. We destroy this completely. Hit like if you believe all private aircraft should have random searches. Undercover operation was implemented. FBI agent became passenger. Chartered SkyWest flight, Los Angeles to Las Vegas. Routine corporate trip. Legitimate booking. Standard service. Professional crew. Nothing suspicious during flight. Comfortable. Safe. Normal private aviation experience. But agent had hidden detection equipment, chemical sensors, radiation detectors. During flight, readings spiked. Drug residue detected, significant quantities. Throughout cabin, in cargo area, fuel system, everywhere. Aircraft had recently transported massive narcotics load. Traces remained. Evidence was compelling. SkyWest plane was confirmed smuggling vehicle, while carrying legitimate passenger. Agent reported findings. Investigation intensified. All 20 aircraft tracked. Flight patterns analyzed. Passenger manifests examined. Customs records reviewed. Picture emerged. 12 aircraft flew primarily legitimate charters, passenger service, corporate travel. 8 aircraft flew mixed operations, some passenger flights, some smuggling runs. Same planes, different missions. Passengers never knew. Technology revealed hidden modifications. X-ray scans of suspected aircraft showed hollowed fuel tanks, altered cargo holds, modified seat frames. Professional engineering, expensive work, done at cartel-controlled facility, not maintenance hangar. Secret location, where drugs were loaded, compartments concealed, evidence hidden. Intelligence from pilot defector confirmed operation. Company hired me as legitimate pilot, flew executives, thought it was real airline, then noticed certain pilots never flew passengers, only cargo runs. Asked questions, was threatened, told shut up or disappear. Realized company was fake. Some pilots knew, most didn't. I quit, reported to authorities, offered testimony. His cooperation was essential. Named 15 cartel pilots, identified smuggling aircraft, described loading procedures, provided flight schedules. Evidence was comprehensive, systematic, prosecutable. Raid planning began. Victim protection was critical. 45 innocent pilots would lose jobs, careers, income. They weren't criminals, were victims of elaborate fraud. FBI planned support, employment assistance, career counseling, character verification, letters confirming innocence, ensuring victims weren't punished for cartel crimes. Passenger notification was sensitive. Hundreds of people had flown SkyWest, unknowingly flew in drug planes, endangered by hidden cargo, potentially contaminated by residue. All needed notification. Health monitoring, legal support, psychological counseling. Federal government committed to comprehensive victim services. Planning for simultaneous aircraft seizure was complex. 20 planes, different locations, various airports, some mid-flight. All needed grounding immediately, prevented destruction of evidence, required FAA coordination, airport security, local police, FBI, over 600 personnel involved. Too sophisticated, or exactly why FBI needed maximum response? Comment S or M. March 5th. Execute date. All aircraft tracked, locations confirmed, flight schedules known, pilots identified, passengers evacuated from planes on ground, those in flight directed to land immediately. Emergency FAA orders, no exceptions. Complete grounding of SkyWest fleet. 3 p.m. FBI, all SkyWest aircraft are seized. Pilots land immediately. This is federal operation. 20 planes grounded. Passengers evacuated safely. Pilots detained. Aircraft secured. Nobody hurt. No crashes, no escapes. Perfect execution. Vehicle searches revealed scale. 8 aircraft had drugs at seizure moment. Total, 4 tons. Cocaine, heroin, methamphetamine, hidden in compartments, ready for delivery. Street value, $200 million. Seized before distribution, prevented from reaching streets. 12 aircraft were empty, recently smuggled, or not yet loaded. But forensic examination revealed residue, previous cargo, DNA evidence, chemical traces. Every aircraft had transported drugs. Every pilot had unknowingly flown smuggling missions, or knowingly participated. Distinction was critical. Company headquarters raided simultaneously. FBI, federal warrant. Executives arrested. You're under arrest for drug trafficking, aviation fraud, and endangering passengers. They tried destroying evidence. Computers smashed, documents burned. All stopped. Everything preserved. Office contained complete operation records, flight logs, loading schedules, pilot assignments, financial records, proof of everything. 15 cartel pilots arrested. They knew everything. Flew smuggling missions, loaded planes with drugs, made illegal international flights, faced serious charges. Drug trafficking, aviation violations, conspiracy, RICO, decades in prison, life sentences for some. Cartel leadership arrested, 12 people, purchased Airline, funded modifications, supervised operations, top-level management, maximum charges, continuing criminal enterprise, endangering passengers, aviation terrorism, death penalty considerations, drug trafficking causing deaths, fentanyl overdoses traced to network. Total arrests, 33 people. Executives, cartel pilots, leadership, everyone except innocent pilots, everyone who knew, everyone who participated, everyone facing federal prosecution. Complete, systematic, absolute. Which is worse? A, smuggling drugs in planes. B, endangering passenger safety. C, both equal? Federal prosecutors filed charges in the Central District of California, FAA Headquarters District, Aviation Crimes Jurisdiction. Evidence overwhelming. 4 tons seized. Financial records, flight logs, aircraft modifications, pilot testimony, passenger statements. Defense impossible. Defendants operated drug smuggling airline, endangered legitimate passengers, exploited innocent pilots. All documented, all prosecutable. Trials began 18 months later. Lead executive first. Michael Torres, age 51, purchased Airline for Cartel, supervised modifications, oversaw operations. Prosecution presented evidence systematically. Aircraft seizures, modification documentation, flight records, passenger testimony describing unknowing endangerment. His guilt? Absolute. Defense claimed pilots must have known. Aircraft couldn't be modified without discovery. Prosecution demolished this. Modifications were professional, hidden expertly, inspection-resistant. Pilots had no reason to suspect. Passengers trusted FAA-licensed operation. They were betrayed. Defendant exploited aviation trust, endangered lives, transported poison, enhanced culpability. Guilty on all counts. Sentencing considered death penalty. Endangering passengers, causing overdose deaths, aviation terrorism. Jury deliberated. Life without parole, permanent imprisonment. Torres would die in federal prison. Justice for passengers endangered, pilots exploited, communities poisoned. Other defendants received similar fates. Cartel pilots, 30 to 50 years. Executives, life sentences. Leadership, death penalty for some. Everyone imprisoned, everyone punished. Operation destroyed completely. The 45 innocent pilots received comprehensive support. Company dissolved. But federal government provided assistance. FAA verification of innocence, employment recommendations, job placement with legitimate airlines, financial aid during transition, counseling for betrayal trauma. Support was substantial, effective, appreciated. If you believe aviation drug smuggling deserves death penalty, type SWAT POWER. Passengers were notified individually. Hundreds contacted. Explained situation. Flew in drug plane unknowingly, potentially exposed to residue. Health monitoring offered. Legal support provided. Psychological counseling available. Some sued for emotional distress. Settlements reached. Federal seizure funds compensated victims. Recognition of endangerment. Attempt at justice. SkyWest Charter Airlines permanently closed. FAA license revoked. Operating authority canceled. Assets seized. Aircraft sold. Proceeds compensated victims. Company that endangered passengers ceased to exist. Name retired. Never used again. Protecting aviation industry reputation. Legislative action followed. Enhanced charter airline oversight. Random aircraft inspections. Mandatory modification reporting. Ownership background checks. FAA licensing requirements strengthened. Systemic gaps addressed. Future operations face stronger resistance. Technology improvements implemented. Advanced scanning at charter terminals. Chemical detection. Radiation monitoring. Random examinations. Methods that detected SkyWest became standard. Future airline smuggling detected early. Prevented quickly. Prosecuted thoroughly. Aviation industry implemented changes. Charter company verification, safety protocols, passenger protection measures. Industry didn't want cartel association. Cooperation with law enforcement, sharing data, reporting suspicious activities. Partnership, protecting business and public. Intelligence from seized records led to additional investigations. Suppliers, distributors, money launderers, aircraft modification facilities. Follow-up operations continued years. Dozens additional arrests. SkyWest destruction was beginning. Evidence enabled extensive prosecutions. Torres sits in federal prison, serving life. His aviation empire destroyed. 45 pilots protected, passengers notified, drugs seized. His exploitation of aviation trust earned permanent imprisonment. Justice for those endangered by criminal airline. Operation Friendly Skies proved aviation smuggling can be stopped. Hidden modifications found. Innocent workers protected. Passengers warned. When FBI targets charter airline exploitation, outcome certain. Complete seizures. Life sentences. Victim protection. This is what happens when cartels exploit legitimate aviation. This is what FBI achieves protecting passengers and pilots. This is why using airlines for smuggling brings life imprisonment. You can purchase Airline. You can obtain FAA license. You can modify 20 aircraft. You can smuggle 40 tons. You can think legitimacy protects you. None prevents federal investigation. FBI will track flights, identify patterns, coordinate massive seizures, protect innocent pilots, prosecute leadership for life. The cartel learned hard way. 5 years operating, 4 tons seized, 200 million lost. Everyone arrested, pilots protected, leadership imprisoned forever. Perfect federal justice for exploiting aviation trust. This is SWAT power, where airline smugglers get life sentences, where innocent pilots protected, where FBI proves aviation exploitation brings permanent imprisonment, where federal power defends passengers from criminal aviation. The answer to quiz? C. Both equal maximum crime. Smuggling drugs is trafficking. Endangering passengers is terrorism. Combined maximum criminality. Life sentences mandatory. Death penalty applicable. Aviation safety sacred. Violations unforgivable. Should charter airlines face mandatory inspections? Do you support passenger protection programs? Which aviation safety measure impressed you most? Comment below. Like if you support aviation safety. Subscribe to SWAT Power, where federal agents destroy smuggling airlines and imprison those who endanger passengers. Because flying should be safe, and exploiting aviation brings life in prison. SWAT Power. 20 planes seized, 45 pilots protected, leadership imprisoned forever, every single time.